ஏய் தண்ணி வாங்கி போய் சொல்றான்.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Thank you so much for your support, ma'am. I got the remuneration.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. It's going on live.
Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Good evening, my dear students.
Sir, let us wait for some time, sir. Let the students join.
Okay, say, ma'am. I will wait. Excuse me, ma'am. Shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you can start, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Good evening, my dear students. Hello. Or attend the test paper, my dear students. Hello. Can you see the question paper, my dear students?
Sir, we could see, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. And the 2 members only we are having. Okay, today we are going to discuss about the question paper. Last time you attend, that question paper we are going to discuss. This is a discussion sessions. Okay. See the exercise 2. Okay. So this questions taken from which one, morphology of flowering plants. Okay. First question, just to see the questions. The chemical responsible for fossilizations of pollen grains is, so what are the options given here? Sporopollenin and pollen kit and the lignin, and fourth one is called as carotenoid. Which is the correct answer? It's a chemical responsible. You can imagine these are the chemical substances. Which one is the chemical substance? Sporopollenin is also one of them. Lignin and the carotenoid, these are the 3 things. Pollen kits is nothing but a small bag-like structure, isn't it? So carotenoid is nothing but one of the things, and the lignin is also one of the things. But here they are mentioned as the fossilization. Okay, the fossilizations mainly, which one is the correct answer? Sporopollenin is the correct answer, because others it's not comes. Carotenoid is a part of the which one, pollen grains. Okay, here the chemical responsible. Chemicals means you have to tell is which one is the sporopollenin. So this is the correct one. And second one is epiplast. Already you studied in monocotyledons, isn't it? Epiplast is an monocot embryo is considered as, once again repeat for you, the monocot embryo is considered as a second embryo. Okay, suppose if you want to know the exact, which one, the answer, just the first one, just go to the page number 2.2. Suppose if you have the book, just go to the 2.2 page number, you will get the answers. And then epiplast also the 2.16, just go to there. The epiplast in a monocot embryo is considered as a second embryo is the correct answer, because one cell suspensor is not coming in this category. And the nutritive disease also, nutritive disease is nothing but which one, tapetum, rudimentary cotyledon. Rudimentary cotyledon, it's not comes from the epiplast. Okay, the secondary embryo is otherwise called as which one, or considered as a epiplast. Okay, this is the second questions. And asymmetric shape of spindle is observed during, but what is my spindle formation? Maximum the spindle formation takes place in where, mitosis as well as a meiosis, isn't it? So you must note it down, which is the correct answer. The asymmetric shape of spindle is observed during the pollen mitosis. Pollen mitosis, it is not microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis, endosperm development. These are the 3 things. There is no spindle formation takes place. Particularly pollen mitosis is the correct one. So note it down. This is a correct one. And pollen prepotency is defined as the pollen prepotency is defined as the preference for foreign pollen. Prepotency. Okay, this is also another one. So the preference for foreign pollen and bud pollination, self-sterility, all of these like that they told, the pollen prepotency is defined as the preference for foreign pollen is the correct one. Others not coming in this category. Okay, so this is the answer. And then among the term listed below, identify those or not the technical correct name for the floral whole sorts. Already you know about what are the floral wholes. Already you studied, you know, andresium, calyx, corolla, andresium, and gynoecium. Here, what they have given, you know, andresium given. Okay, corolla has given here. This one is called as carpel. Okay, the carpel you have to mention which one in a gynoecium. Sepal is otherwise called as calyx. Okay, so these are the two things. Is which one you know? Correct name listed the below. Identify those that are not the technical correct. Technical correct means carpel is not concerned, and also sepals. So the answer should be which one you know? Fourth one is the correct one. Okay, see that one. Fourth one is the correct one. And then go to the sixth questions. Embryo sac is present embedded in nucellus at which end of the ovules? Already you know embryo sac. You know, but there are so many ends is present in it. Salci end and microfilar end. These are the two ends already we studied. So the answer will be these two only, isn't it? Others is not possible. None of these is already one left. In the center is not possible. Embryo sac. Okay. Present embedded in the nucellus at which end means you just note it down. This is very, very important. Already I told you when the pollen grains enter this micropilar end. The micropilar end is the correct answer. Okay. Okay. So these are the sixth question. And what about the anthesis? Once again, repeat for you. What is maybe anthesis? See here is the anthesis is nothing but the emergence of anther from corolla tube. No. Development of anther. What about anthrogenesis? Anthro or microporogenesis. That is called as anthers. Dehiscence. It is not like that. Opening of flower is called as anthesis. Once again, repeat for you. The anthesis is nothing but the opening of the flower. It's a correct answer. Opening of the flowers. Okay, anthesis. And the eighth one is pollen kit is a yellow colored sticky layer present outside the pollen grains which serves the purpose of which one you know? Okay, see that? Protection against UV rays, insect attractants, pollen, germinations. More than one option is correct. Here, what are the things is very, very important. You know, the pollen kits already, you know, it is easily, what is that? Protection against the UV rays. Insect attraction also, because the yellow color is also easily attracted by the one. Pollen germination is also, okay. These are all are comes. So the fourth one is the correct one. Okay. The fourth one is the correct answer. Okay. What about the ninth one? Typical anther consists of, already you know about it. Typical anther consists of which one you know? One lobe and two sporangia. One lobe and two sporangia. And two lobe and four sporangia. Already you know what about tetrasporangiate bilobes. Already we studied it. Okay. Here the typical anther they told. So you have to consider which one is the correct one. Second one is the correct one. One lobe and four sporangia is not possible. And two lobes and two sporangia is not possible. Okay. Maximum we studied which one you know? One lobe, monosporangiate or bisporangiate. But tetrad nature already studied. Maximum the typical anther consists of which one you know? Two lobes and four sporangia is the correct one. 10th one, the relationship between the embryo sac and ovule is the same as dash share with an anther. The relation between embryo sac and the ovule, which is the very, very important, whether the pollen grains or filament or stamen or andresium. These three are comes or not. Just imagine these three is not possible. Filament is not, there is no use. Andresium, no, andresium is essential, but at the same time, the andresium is not important for the relationship between the embryo sac and ovules. Which one is important one? Pollen grains is very, very important. Okay. So this is the SAR, which is SAR with the anther. Okay. Already we know the pollination by ants is termed as pollination by ants. Chiropterophilics, myrmecophilics, and zoophilic and malacophilic. Chiropterophilic, what is that meaning? Bat. Myrmecophilic is ant. So the answer is B. Zoophilic, it's nothing but the animals. All the animals, human beings also one of the animals. Malacophilics also bat. Chiropterophilics and myrmecophilics and zoophilic and malacophilic. Here the answer pollination by ant is termed as a myrmecophilic. Okay. This one is called as Nile. Okay. And chiropterophilic, which one is the chiropterophilics? Anyone of the else? Anybody? Chiropterophilics. Already studied that things also. Any doubt in this area up to 10, 11 questions? Okay, we will pass on to the next one is 12th one. Which of the following statement is incorrect about the generative cells? Already you know about generative cells. Okay, generative cells is a small in size. Isn't it? Small in size. Is it correct or not? Okay, it flow in the cytoplasm of the vegetative cells. Okay, it is a spherical in shape. It contains dense cytoplasm and a nucleus, because it is nothing but the, which one you know, which one is the incorrect statement they told. Okay, see the generative cell is a small one, it's correct. It flowed in the cytoplasm of the vegetative cells, it's also correct. It is a spherical in shape, it is not a spherical in shape. Okay, it contains dense cytoplasm and nucleus. Which one is not correct, otherwise called as incorrect, it is a spherical shape. Go to the next one. 13th one, a single cotyledon in grass family which is situated towards one side of the embryonical axis is called as, which one epicocyle and coleoptile and hypococtile and succutalum. Here, which one in a grass? Just imagine the cotyledon in grass. It is situated towards one side of the embryonical axis. One side. Which cotyledon divided into two parts? In our grasses, particularly monocot. Okay, that part is called as the seed-like structure is called as, it is not a epicoctyle, and a coleoptile, it is not a coleoptile. Okay, but hypococtile is not a comes, and succutalum is the correct one. So 13th is the, which one succutalum is the correct one, because it's a single cotyledon grass family which is situated towards one side of the embryonical axis, which is called as succutalum. Okay, which of the following statement is correct regarding triple fusion? And so again, already you know about what is by triple fusions. It is a fusion of nucleus of a male gamete with the diploid secondary nucleus. Fusion of the nucleus, the male gamete with the diploid secondary nucleus. It is correct? Okay, correct one. It results in the formation of endosperm. Yes, endosperm is also connected with the another nucleus, otherwise called as another, which one generative nucleus combined with the polar nucleus, center nucleus. What happened? It will produce the endosperm. It was first discovered by Grignard. Listen here. What they are asking, triple fusion, not double fertilizations. Triple fusion first discovered by the name of the scientist Grignard. So the 3 is also possible. A 2 is also possible. And 1 is also possible. Here it comes. Here the answer, just check it. 2 and 3. 2 and 3. What about the 1? 1 is also possible. Here the next one is called as 1 and 3. No, second is also possible. And 1 and 2. So third one is also possible. Third one is discovered by the Grignard. Already we studied. So the all are correct is the correct one. All are correct. This is the one of the important things. See, we move on to the 15th one. Arrange the sequence of floral holes. Just imagine from the outside on the thalamus, from the outermost of the innermost, outermost to innermost, in the typical complete bisexual and hypogynous flowers. Take an example just to see that calyx is the starting metal, isn't it? Starting floral parts. So the answer should be which one? Second and third one. Okay. See the calyx, corolla, and rhizome and gynoecium is the correct one. So which one is the correct one? According to these two, so calyx, corolla, and rhizome, gynoecium. This is the correct way from the thalamus. the lower part, and otherwise called as hypogynous flowers, superior ovary, bisexual, whatever it may be. The calyx, corolla, aneurysm, kinesum is the correct way. Already we discussed, isn't it? And then go to the next one is the ornithophilous flowers. Ornithophilous, ornitho, the sign, the deal with study of the birds. Okay, already we saw it, isn't it? The hummingbird is also one of the, we will discuss it when you are studying the pollination process. See, they have a tubular or funnel-shaped corolla. It's a correct one. Or colorless and nectarless. Without nectar, there is no function of which one you know? Birds. They are collecting the nectars only. Have a specific odor or scent, no need this one. Or smaller in size, no need this one. These are all are, what is the second one, third one, fourth one, or false one. Have a tubular or funnel-shaped corolla, then only the peak will be penetrated inside the flowers. As a result, it collect the, which one you know? Nectars from the nectar glands. So this is the correct one. 16th one, the first one is the correct answer. Okay, 17th one, long silky hairs. Let's imagine long silky hairs comes out of the cob of maize. Okay, think about the plant. When you are consuming the maize, when you are taking the plant, when you are taking the seeds or fruits, just a outermost covering is also that when we remove it, inside there is a small hair-like sector present in it. What is that one? So see here, mean for fruit disposal? No. Okay, entire fruit is maize is called as fruits. Okay, long style and stigma. And second, you studied that things also already. You know about. So hibiscus rosa sinensis, there is a stigma. Is that stigma is divided into 5 divisions, pentameric in nature. So this is the correct one. The silky hairs is nothing but the long tail and stigma. Mean for attracting insect, no need this one. Laudicules, no, this one is not the answer. So the long tails and the stigma is the correct one for the long silky hair coming out of the cob of the maize or long tail and stigma. Okay, and 18th one, already you know about endosperm is a hard and celluloid in. Endosperm is a very, very hard in nature. Endosperm. Once again, repeat for you. Not is a endosperm, not endoderms. Date palms, coconut, and ricinus. These are all are considered getting which one you know? Endoderms. What about ivory palms? It's a very hardest nature. That's why the ivory palm is the correct one. 18th one is the ivory palm. Okay. One of the most resistant biological material is known as, already you know, biological materials, which is the correct one, you know, the sporopollenin, already we discussed. Okay. Resistant molecule, then only it will be pharmacia. It is it's also, which one you know? Pharmaceutica, which one you know? Fossilization nature. Okay. Lignocellulose, already not studied. Lignin is not studied. Hemicellulose, no. Sporopollenin. Okay. Resistant material, biological material is known as sporopollenin. Already we discussed. That things is also last question. And 20th one. A dicotyledonous plants never produce fruits and seeds. Dicotyledonous plants never produce fruits and seeds. Bears flowers. What could be the most probably reason this? Okay, the plant dioecious and bear only pistil flowers. Here what they are doing, dicotyledonous never produce fruits and seeds, bears flowers. What could be the most probable reason this? Plant dioecious and bear only pistil flower. It is not comes here. Plant is dioecious and bear only staminate flower is the correct one. Okay, plants is dioecious and bears both pistillate and staminate. This is not that. Plant is monoecious. This is not comes under these gettings. Which one is the correct one? You know, plant is dioecious. Dioecious means what is the meaning? It may be separate in manner. And bears only staminate flower. They cannot able to, which one you know, undergoes the reproduction process, fertilization process. Then only what happen, you know, the dicotyledonous plant never produce fruits and seeds. This is the very, very important thing. That's why, what is that? Staminate flower, they will not produce fruits and seeds. That is the things. Okay. So we'll pass on to the next one is called as 21. Here, see here, a homologous tall pistillate flower. Just go to the, which one you know? Monocot hybrid. This is already, we didn't discuss these things. Just go to the monohybrid crash. TT denoted as a tall one. Small t denoted as which one you know? Dwarf one. So what will be the genotype of endosperm? Endosperm means what happened, which character will mostly found, you know, the both the character where it present, both the characteristics. See here, always you know board recessive character is not possible. Which one? The genotypical aspects, the endosperm, only the dominant character only present in it. So this is not possible because all are three. There is no hybridization, isn't it? The crash with the homologous dwarf plant, which will be genotype of endosperm. What is that? This is not possible. And this is possible to 100% because both the character will be expressed here at the same time. What happened? No, tall as well as dwarf with the standard, the which one you know, dwarf characteristic. Endosperm, it consists of two things is there, tall as well as a dwarf. But he expressed which one is that? Tall characteristics. Here, dwarf with the tall characters, but it is not possible because when the hybridization takes place, you know, both the characters present in it, isn't it? Here also the both the characters, but here the expression is which one you know, both are present in which one you know, dwarf characteristics. So it is not possible. This one is already in order. Here the crash means you have to know, you know, both the character will be present in it. That is the reason. So the second one is the correct one. And 22nd, the pedicel of the female flower. Pedicel means what is a female flower coil after pollination. Coil formation where it is present? Viola, silensis, centura, and Wallisneria. 22nd already in all by which the female flower it has which one you know, coil shaped flowers, means Wallisneria is the correct one, isn't it? Wallisneria, there is a female flower as well as the male flower present in it in separate manner, and also it's also sunken. The male and female flower, it has a special structure is called as coil nature. This is a very, very important. The female flower coil, Wallisneria only. Okay. And 23, when pollen tube enter by integuments, then the process is called as which one you know? Integuments aspects compared to the other thing, mesogamy and porogamy and salsogamy. Okay, and then pseudogamy. Once again, I repeat for me. Porogamy means which one you know? Microphyll entry. Salsogamy means it's a salsa entry. Pseudogamy is not possible. Which one is the correct one? The center plus meso means middle. I already told you. By integument aspects mean you have to tell you the mesogamy is the correct answer for these questions. 24th one, when the more than 2 male gametes are produced in a pollen tube, it is called more than 2 means polydactyl. It is not a correct one. Polysperm, here the male gametes. Male gamete is nothing but the sperm. Okay, you have to tell the polyspermy is the correct one. Polysiphony, it's not possible. Polyspory, it is not possible. Polyspermy, it's a male gamete, the sperm. Okay, you have to consider as a correct one. And then 25, during the microsporogenesis, meiosis occurs in which of the cells? Which of the cells? Already you know the microsporogenesis means microspore cells. But these are the two things you note it down. Okay, meiosis occurs only in the microspore mother cells only. So the microspore mother cell is the correct answer. Microspore is tetrad is not coming, endothecium is not coming, pollen grain is not possible. So microspore mother cell, during microsporogenesis, where it occurs in the microspore mother cell only, meiosis occurs. This is the correct one. Okay. And 26, even after killing the generative cells with the laser beam, suppose it is a artificial one, the pollen grains of flowering plant germinate and produce a normal pollen tube because laser beams stimulate pollen germination and the pollen tube growth. This is the correct one. Okay, because we don't know, because it is a not present in our book. Okay, but at the same time it is artificial questions. It may be taken from the any other what is that, analytical aspects. Laser beam does not damage the region from which the pollen tubes emerge. The content of the killed generative cell permits germination and pollen tube growth. The vegetative cell has not been damaged. So 26th, which one is the no? The vegetative cell has not been damaged. This is the correct one, because laser beam stimulate the pollen germination and pollen tubes. Because laser, it is completely what is meant, even after killing the generative cells. Okay, so which one is present? Vegetative cell only present, but it has not been damaged. This is the correct one. All the three are, which one you know? Wrong one. Okay, see here. And then flower in which the stamens are not well developed or called. Flower in which stamens are not well developed or called. Okay, which one you know? Stamen, it is called a staminode. Pistillode means female. Staminate, it's a reproductive ability. Pistillode, it is also reproductive ability. These are the three are, what is that? Pistillate is a female, but here they are asked the stamen. Stamen means staminode, already I told you. Staminode, already I told. 28th one. The pollen dispersal occurs at 2 or 3 cell stage. Further, development of male gametophyte takes place. Where it takes place? Pollen dispersal. Pollen grain dispersal occurs at a 2-3 cell stage. Further, development of male gametophyte takes place in air? No. In water? No. In embryo soap? No. At the stigma only. Only the when the pollen grain dispersal occurs, it reaches a stigma only. Okay. After that, it converted to some other development. Okay, that is the question. So the at stigma is the correct answer. And then 29th one, in over 40% of the angiosperms, pollen grains are set at 3 cell state. These 3 cell stages are vegetative cells, tube cell, and generative cells. Okay, which one is the correct one? Anybody else? Anybody else? Angiosperms, particularly 1 generative cells and 2 tube cells. Is it correct? 2 tube cells is possible? No. 1 vegetative cell. But
so one vegetative cells and 2 gametes, sir.
Very good. This is the correct one. Correct. The 1 vegetative, already we discussed so many times. Okay, the 1 vegetative cell and 2 gametes is the correct one. Okay, good. 30th one, just imagine which of the given set of structures and part listed below are associated with the gynosiums. Gynosium already you know about what are the parts present in it. Okay, stigma, ovule, embryo sac, placenta. Thalamus is not possible. Okay, pistil and style and ovules, it's not possible. Ovule, stamen, ovary, embryo sac is not comes under this heading. Ovule, ovary, embryo sac, tapedum is not comes under this heading. What they are asking, structure parts listed below are associated with the gynosium only. Gynosium means which one you know? Stigma comes because stigma is tail ovary. Ovule comes definitely. Embryo sac present inside. Placenta is also inside. So this is the correct one. So the answer is the first one. And then 31. In which of the following pollen grains maintain their viability of month? Already we discussed. Which one is the correct one? See, viability of the month, wheat and maize. Already we know about that. Where there is a maize, see that wheat also. These are the 3 things already in our body. It is a maximum 1 or 2 weeks. Like that they told. Rice, where there is a rice, 1 week, I think 3 to 4 days. Just go through the lesson, you will get the answer. Which one is the correct one? Tomato and beans is the correct one. Okay, the answer is which one you know? The 4th one is the correct one. Already we discussed these things. Maize and rice. Okay, and wheat and rice. So the wheat, where is it? It is also it is not comes under this answers. And rice, where is it? This is not comes under. So these are the 3 things is not possible. The tomato and bean is the possible of the answer. Okay, so this is the part. So go to the next one is 32. Nuclear endosperm is a characteristic of the nuclear endosperm. Already we discussed. Which one you know? Nuclear endosperm, where it present? Coconut, cobra. Peticularia, aspodols, coconut only it comes. Is it is? Nuclear endosperm mostly present in which we know coconut milk only, already we discussed. Suppose if it is a solid endosperm means it's nothing but the edible part of the which one coconut. Here what they have told nuclear endosperm is nothing but the coconut milk is the which one nuclear endosperm. Okay, 33 monothecous anther are found in monothecous. Mono means single, isn't it? So hollycock, this is the correct answer. Buttercup and broad bean and black night sad, these are not comes because B. Okay, hollycock, just imagine monothecous anther are found, but bisporangiate nature, bilocular nature, like that it may be expressed. This is a, you have to study the question, then only it will be study the part. Okay, some of them are given in examples, it can be confused. Okay, hollycock is a monothecous. Okay, so go to the next one is called as 34. 34, the question is just here, suppose there are 20 chromosomes in zygote. Imagine 20 chromosomes in zygote of a plant, and it is female gametophyte develop apospore. Okay, now this plant is crossed with the normal male plant. What will be the number of chromosomes in its zygote and endosperm respectively? Which is the correct one, pa? See here, now this plant is crossed with a normal male. Okay, normal male means what is that? Okay, see here, so this is the second one is the correct one. So 20 is comes, any 20 comes here. Okay, 20 plant 30 is the correct one. These are all, what is that? You have to calculate in mathematical aspects, then only it will be give the answer. Suppose that, okay, there are 20 chromosomes in zygote. Zygote contain 20 means what is that? So 20, 40 chromosome present in it. From this, we will get it a chromosome. How many chromosome? 50%. 23 means in our zygote contain how many? 46 chromosome. Isn't it? Likewise, male as well as 20, female as well as 20. So 10 plus 10, 20 it comes. So here the 20 is the correct one. Okay. The apospore means it gives another 10 is also 20 and 30. This is the correct answer. So remaining thing is not possible. Okay. What about the 35 questions? So select the correct sequence of parts starting from the innermost part of an ovule. Inner side to outer side. We considered. Sometimes they may ask the question, match the following. Sometimes they may ask the questions, which one, the diagrammatical question, they may ask the questions. See, first one is egg. Okay, egg, nucellus. No, it is not possible. Embryo sac and integument. This is not a correct way. So, egg, embryo sac, nucellus, integument. This is the correct way. Egg, embryo sac, nucellus, integument. Here, embryo sac is not possible. Egg, okay. Integument is the last one, isn't it? So that's why the second one is the correct one. 35 questions: egg, embryo sac, nucellus, integument. It's just considered as a outer to inner side: integument, nucellus, embryo sac, and egg. Like that, you have to calculate. Then only it will be better for your understanding. Sometimes they may you considered from the outside to inside. Sometimes inside to outside. Which one is the correct way? Like that, you have to analyze it. Then only you pick up the answer like that. Okay. So 36th questions, just imagine direct development of the embryo from cell integument without involving meiosis and fertilization is called as direct development involving of the integument. That process is called as which one, as parophytic budding. Okay, that is not as diplospore, aplospore, and apospore. The sporophytic budding is the correct answer because it's nothing but the involving meiosis. Okay, direct development of the embryo from cell integument without involving meiosis. Just go to the lesson carefully, you will get the answer. This is also a answer. And 37th question: which one of the following pollinate by bats? I don't even know very well. It is also a very complicated question because we know very about the pollination by bats is nothing but which one, Caryoptrophilids. Okay, so Kigella, which one, this is the correct answer. Operis salvia. Salvia is one of the bats and the insects. And helianthus is also insect, and we have you may get the doubt from which one, these two only. Operix, sometimes they may ask the question, these are the two things, but the bats, particularly Gigilla is the correct answer. So you have to pick up the correct one. Okay. The shape of pollen grain is generally, how it will be? Dash and dash, measure about the micrometer. These are all very complicated one, but you have to pick up the correct answer. Then only you must know the answer. Then only you can answer it. This one. Okay. Which is the lowest in this category? Which one is the lowest one? The shape of pollen grain is always the spherical in shape. So the answer should be in these two only. Okay. And it is about how many micrometers, 100, 200 is not possible because it's a micro. Pollen grain is a microspore. So which one is the correct one? So 25 to 50 is the correct one. Spherical shape and 25 to 50. Triangular is not possible. Rod shape it is not possible. Spherical is comes already in our board, but the diameter will be will be given here 100 to 200 micron in diameter. Maximum very minute in nature. So it may comes from half of this one. 25 to 50 micrometer in diameter is the correct one. Okay. TNIIT thickness of the exine already discussed. Thickness, okay, is increased by which one? Which one? The pollen kit? No. Cellulose? No. Pectocellulose? No. Hibiscus bodies already we discussed 3 to 4. What is that? The thickness of the exine. Exine means outermost layer of the this one pollen grains. So which one is hibiscus body is the correct one. Okay. The last one, which one is the correct? See here, 40th. Select the statement that are true for a typical female gametophyte of a flowering plant and choose the correct option. Okay, which is the correct one in this category? Which is the correct one? See here.
So 1 and 2.
Yeah, very good. 1 and 2 is the correct one. It is a 8 nucleated and 7 cell. It's a maturity stage, correct? The free nuclei during the development is not possible or possible. It is a correct one, isn't it? See, it is situated inside the intercom but outside the nucleus. No, it has an egg apparatus situated at the solusa and it is also not possible. So the correct answer should be which one? 1 and 2 only. It is 8 nucleated and 7 cell at a maturity state. It is a free nuclear during the development. So today, how many questions we discussed? 40 questions. How many questions are right, my dear students? How many questions you are all getting? You are correct. Already you checked yourself, isn't it? Okay, anyhow, suppose if you get 50% means you will become a correct way. You are going correct way, correctly. Okay. Suppose less than 50 means you have to give more effort. Okay. Shall we pass on to the next lesson? Any doubt in this area, my dear students?
No doubts, so we can go to the next lesson.
Okay, so okay, we will follow it. Okay, thank you. So listen here. So already we discussed what is mean by health, what is mean by disease, what are the bacterial diseases already we discussed. Okay, and see here. What is mean by communicable disease? What is mean by non-communicable disease? That things already we discussed, isn't it? Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the non-communicable disease. It's also further divided into, okay, 2. See here. So these are all our disease chromosomal mutation already we discussed. Okay, Turner syndrome and Klinefelter syndrome and congenital diseases. This is caused by the teratogen. Teratogen is nothing but the chemical substances induce mutations. What are the type of teratogens already given here? Drugs and infection and maternal factors. And these are the components. What are the symptoms? Okay. So how it will be? That things already we discussed. And acute disease also already in our acute means only after the birth. It is also what is that? And are non-inheritable. It is not comes from the genetical aspects. Only it comes from where, what is that? Practical aspects. Practical aspect when we are drinking water and playing in the sand or some places on during raining season. So our body is also prepared for the immunity. So this is the which non-inheritable. On the basis of communication, acute disease are two types, and communicable and non-communicable. Communicable disease also already we discussed. It's a transfer or transmitted from an infected person to the healthy persons, depending on their causative agent. Communicable disease are of four types. That things also already we discussed. See that it's a bacterial disease and viral disease, protozoan disease, and helminth disease, isn't it? And what are the bacterial diseases already we discussed? See that TB, diphtheria, whooping cough, and typhoid, cholera, tetanus, and gonorrhea and syphilis. Okay, these things also we discussed. Each one it has a causative agents and symptoms ability identified, and also diagnostic process also. Okay, all the diseases they are having own specific diagnostic process also. That things you must know detail. Sometimes they may ask the question, match the following. Which one is the bacterial disease? Which one is the viral disease? Which one is the add one? Like that they may ask the question. Sometimes they ask the questions, which one causative organisms. Okay, take an example of TB, tuberculosis. Okay, TB, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, otherwise called as Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Diphtheria pertussis, whooping cough, this is also the same. Typhoid, salmonella typhi, cholera, vibrio cholera, tetanus. Okay, this one also gonorrhea, and also syphilis, trypanosoma pallidum. Like that, they have what is that? Identified the different types of microorganisms also. The same things also given here, common human diseases also. Okay, chikungunya, chickenpox, poliomyelitis, these are all viral diseases. Fungal disease, candidiasis, athletic foot. Okay, so these are the another type of fungal diseases. And protozoan disease already we discussed. Malaria. Okay, malaria there are four types: amoebiasis, dysenteries, African sleepings. Okay, sleeping sickness. Okay, cholera. These are all are the protozoan diseases. Helminth, ascaris, and filariasis already in our but these things also. Okay. Okay, you will see one by one. So on the basis of node of transmission, communicable disease are of two types: contagious and non-contagious. Contagious means what does that mean? Communicable diseases can spread from the infected person to the healthy person. What are the infected persons? Means smallpox one. Suppose if it is suffered by a person, what is that? The liquid part present in it. The liquid part spread out many. Suppose if it is spread many persons. Take an example. Say, hostel persons. Any one of the persons suffered by smallpox. First, you should isolate that particular person. Otherwise, what will happen in the complete whole? What is that? Hostel will be spread. That is a very, very important. Chickenpox also. Measles, leprosy. Leprosy is also very complicated. Okay. So we'll see one by one. What are the microorganisms responsible for the disease? Okay. Non-contagious, what does that mean? Non-contagious cannot spread from the infected person to healthy person through food, air, and water. Cholera, ascaris, TB, and typhoid, etc. These are the non-contagious. Okay, see that. So these are the things. Just note it down. This is very, very, very important. So many times they were asked the questions. Which one See the cholera. Cholera is the one of the which diseases? Bacterial diseases. Cholera, the shape of the cholera bacteria. Will you please anybody else? Already studied according to this shape, size. The bacteria classified into four types. What are they?
So, cholera is comma shaped, sir.
Very good. Correct. Exactly correct. So what about other three? Will you please anybody else? Anybody else?
So
You don't.
coccus.
Okay.
Rod-shaped bacillus.
Okay.
And spiral.
Very good. Very good. Exactly. So 2017 question, just go through it. You will get the ideas because match the following. This question was asked. Okay. So the causative organism Vibrio cholerae. Vibrio cholerae. This is very, very important. Its shape is comma shape. Typhoid. So many times they were asked. Salmonella typhic. Okay. Which is the identification test for this one? Which one is the identification confirmatory test for this one? Vidal test. Note it down. Vidal. WIDAL. Vidal. tuberculosis, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. This is very, very complicated. Mostly it's affected which one, those who are smoking. Or sometimes they were, some of the peoples, they were worked in the dust industries, cement, okay, in cotton industries and bricks, like that. Okay, that industries, just such people say easily affected by this, which one, this is a tuberculosis, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Leprosy, Mycobacterium leprae. Okay, these two are same, but the last, the genus name is same. Species name, genus name, isn't it? Genus and species. Species name is different. Pneumonia, Diplococcus pneumonia. Coccus, it's a round shape. Pneumonia, pneumonia. Oh, imagine Diplococcus pneumoniae. Plague, Yersinia pestis. Plague. Just imagine Yersinia pestis also dispersed through. Which one, will you please? Anybody else? Do you know? Plague in 1986, I think, in North. The affected plague once upon a time. Yersinia pestis. Where the microorganism present? Anybody else? Any ideas? Last class I told. Ajay, do you have any ideas? Or Dhanalakshmi or Ritika? Dhanusri? Yersinia pestis.
So, so Yersinia pestis is plague, no, sir?
Yeah, correct only. But where it is present, where it's present, how it will be spread? The bacteria, how it will spread?
So the lymph nodes, the lymph system.
No. In our area only, domestic animal only, it's mostly
The
present
rats,
in the right. Rat urine, isn't it? Just imagine rat urine spread Yersinia pestis. How it will be possible, any food grains present in it, no? So many, suppose there is a godown is there. So just imagine the godown, there are so many bundles of rice or wheat or whatever it may be. Okay. So the rat is also lived together, isn't it? For their food. So that time what happened? They will excrete their excreta as in the form of liquid. Okay, that urine, particularly the urine, it contained Yersinia pestis bacteria. That is very, very important. Suppose when you are taking that type of food, suppose without washing the foodstuffs, what will happen? It will lead to plague, and also easily spread through one person to another person's. And diphtheria, Corynebacterium diphtheria. This is also another one. Diphtheria. Tetanus, Clostridium tetani. Note it down. This is very, very important. Clostridium tetani. Food poisoners. These are two are same. Clostridium botulinum here given. Botulism is also there. Food poisoning. Suppose any one of the foods just open for 3 hours. Okay. Without closing anything. So what will happen? It will lead some microbial growth because it's also one of the medium of the microorganism. As a result, what happen? It will induce the food poisoning. Syphilis. It is also very, very important. Trypanosoma pallidum. So many times they were asked the question. Syphilis caused by the cosmetic organism Trypanosoma pallidum. Food poisoning, Clostridium botulinum. Tetanus, Clostridium tetani. The plague, diphtheria. Okay, these things we will study deeply. Which part is affected? How it will be identified? What are the symptoms? That things we will study in the later slides, isn't it? We will study. Okay. See, and non-communicable diseases. These do not spread from an infected person to healthy person. These are of 4 types based on their cosmetic agent: deficiency disease, degenerative disease, allergic disease, cancerous disease. These are the 4 things. Okay. Do you have any doubt in previous one?
No, sir.
Okay. Listen here. So deficiency disease, already told you. Suppose if you are taking foods, suppose any one of the foodstuffs, the lack of protein or carbohydrate, vitamins, minerals, and any other components, suppose if it is insufficient, okay, as a result, what happened? The production of hormones or enzymes, okay, what happened? Lack means the production of the amount will be less, means what happened? The process is not possible. Already you know about your body is made up of so many metabolic process and catabolic process and also anabolic process. Okay, protein metabolism, carbohydrate, lipid, and enzymes, and hormones, and vitamins also. Suppose if you are taking food, okay, so deficiency, listen here, this occurs either due to the deficiency of some nutrients in the diet or insufficient hormone production due to the hypoactivity. Hypoactivity is what is hypo means less amount of the component. Suppose iodine, very, very essential for the production of which one, you know, which hormone? Iodine is responsible for the production of
Sir,
anybody ideas?
thyroxine.
Thyroxine. Good. What is the hormone kind? Will you please? Thyroxine, right? Okay. There are two things is there, TIT and TAT, triiodothyroxine, and TAT, tetraiodothyroxine. These are all are very, very essential for the functional aspect, isn't it? Suppose if it is less means what happen now? It will not. What is that? It will not produce a corresponding hormone. As a result, lack of hormone, what will happen? The symptom will be expressed in your body, isn't it? Damaging of the endocrine glands. Already I told you. Endocrine glands secrete only hormones. Endocrine glands is also called duct glands or ductless gland.
Sir, ductless.
Right. So hormones produced means what happen, you know? Suppose the reduction of hormones, the reduction of means that means the low level of hormone production, what happened? It will affect that. That's why it is deficiency. Suppose hormonal deficiency. And also another one is called as damaging of endocrine glands. As a result, insufficient hormones, so it will lead to some diseases. Okay, some of the metabolic reactions also suffered. Okay, take an example of diabetes. Diabetes due to the lack of which hormone?
So insulin.
Insulin secreted by
Pancreas, sir.
particularly exact location I'm asking.
So beta cells. Sir.
Beta cell. What about alpha cell? What about alpha cell? Do you know any idea? Ajay and Dhanalakshmi, please. Alpha cell,
No, sir.
So,
beta,
sir,
yeah.
secrete glucagon, sir.
Glucagon. What about gamma cell? Alpha cell, beta cell, and gamma cell. 3 cells is present in it. Yeah. Strasin. Is it correct?
Somatostatin, sir.
Okay. Okay. Anyhow, but you are correctly given the answer. Good, Ajay. You are doing well. Okay. Dhanalakshmi also you are doing. You are giving already given so many questions also yesterday also, isn't it? Okay. Anyhow, suppose the alpha cell as well as the beta cell is not functioning, you know, that time the gamma cell is also active. Okay, the action will be started. So that is one. Okay, good. What about degenerative disease? Degenerative means what is that? This occurs due to the degenerative changes on some vital organs of the body. Example, cardiovascular disease such as heart attack, atherosclerosis, etc. Brain disease like a stroke, etc. Take an example, cardiovascular disease. Those who are drinking, okay, liquors, prolonged period, what will happen, you know, it erode the small intestine, lungs, and also it pass on to the brain and cerebellum. Okay, completely what happened once, what happened, it absorb the, what is that, fat and so on so. Okay, it is easily dissolved. Alcohol easily dissolved with the which one, you know, fat is also easily dissolved with the organic acids such as alcohol, ethanol, acetone, like that. As a result, the cardiovascular disease also, sometimes the vascular cells are damaged due to the over drinking. As a result, due to the heart attack. Okay, sometimes the deposition of fat is also, okay, and also blood clotting also occurs in the which one, you know, heart. What happened? It will lead to disease. The disease is called as degenerative. That means changes of vital organ or vital organ. Both are same. Okay. So next one is allergic disease. Already discussed. What is by allergy? Allergy means the master cell already in our histamine. So when you are concerning antihistamine drugs, then only the allergen is completely curable. Completely, it's not curable because it's a partially. That means temporarily prevented. Okay, see here, in this disease, body becomes hypersensitive to some foreign agents known as allergens, which are particles responsible. Already we discussed the pollen grains also induce the allergens, which cause the inflammation which they encounter the body or enter the body. Example, hay fever and asthma. Those who are working in the asbestos industries, cement industries, and cotton industries, the hay fever as well as the asthma, it's easily captured due to the allergens. Okay, small particle is there. Okay, just take an example. So many allergens also are there. Okay, and cancer disease include the disease characterized by uncontrolled growth of certain body tissues forming tumors. Uncontrolled growth of cell division is called as what is that? Mutation. At the same time, cancer cell is also uncontrolled growth. That condition is called as cancerous. Okay, so there are 4 types as already we discussed: the carcinoma, sarcoma, lymphoma, multiple myeloma. That things when you are going to study abnormal chromosome aberrations like that, that time we will study. Otherwise called as oncology. Okay, so that time we will see these things. And what is my pathogens? Pathogen is nothing but the disease producing, otherwise called harmful components, whatever it may be. Suppose if it is a microorganism, take an example: bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoan, helminths. These are all are what happen, they produce their diseases. That's why they are all. A pathogen is nothing but the disease causing organisms. Okay, so for not only the human being and also a plant as well as the animals also. So such type of organism are called as what is that? Pathogen. See here, a wide range of organism can cause diseases in human, not only human, and also you have to take a plant also. Such disease causing organism are called as pathogen. Example, what are they? Already discussed. Okay, these 2 things is very, very important. The study of causes and spread or disease is called as epidemiology, and the study of the causes disease is called as etiology. Disease is called as etiology. Spread disease or called as study causes. What are the causative organism? Okay, here the study of causes of disease is called as etiology. The causes and spread or disease is called as epidemiology. These are the 2 things is very, very important. See, some important terms already given in a books. Okay, pathogenicity. Pathogen is nothing but the which one? Virulence. Virulence is nothing but the severe. The external and intensity of the effect depends on their what is the activity of the microorganism, particularly disease-producing microorganism. They may be divided into 2 types: invasiveness and toxigenicity. Invasiveness, the ability of pathogen to penetrate the host body. Take an example: bacteriophage. Bacteriophage is already known by hexagonal shape in nature and polyhedral. Sometimes it has a which one a plant viruses it has a RNA molecule, animal viruses it has a DNA molecule. It adhere on the surface of the host. It penetrate the what is that nucleic acid into the host. Okay, as a result, what happen? The bacterial or pathogenic DNA present inside it control all the activity of the host. Okay, this is the one method. And toxigenicity, the capacity of generate toxic effect in the host body. After entering, what happened? It produce some chemical substances, toxic substances. Okay, the toxic substance also divided into 2 types: exotoxin, endotoxin. Okay, suppose if it is produced a muscles, that is called as myotoxin. Okay, likewise. Okay, these are the 2 things. Pathogenicity is nothing but the virulence, and according to this intensity, they divide into 2 types: invasiveness and also toxigenicity. And source are reservoir, which is the source. Maximum already you know about. These are the things: soil, water, and air also, and carriers. Carriers is nothing but whether it may be human beings or animals. Okay, animals means include all the animals, those who are spreading diseases. Okay, and carrier, this is otherwise called as vectors. Sometimes they may call us vectors. Okay, and mediator. Okay, like that. The mode of transmission, it will be divided into 2 types. One is called a direct transmission and indirect. Direct means how the COVID person is there. Okay, he touched the fingers. Touch the tablet or whatever it may be, or plate or tumbler or whatever it may be. Suppose you are touching that same one, what will happen? It will lead to, that is called a direct transmission through the contact. That is very, very. Suppose when you are shaking your hands, your friend, okay, so that time what happens? Suppose the affected persons transmit the microorganism from where to where, healthy to, or affected to healthy ones. Sorry, okay, through the contact, that is mother to the child, through the fomite, things of common uses, example soap, clothes, sar, handle of doors, utensils. Utensils nothing but the what is that? Your plate, tumbler, like that. Okay, that's it, etc. Airborne is also one. Airborne, it may be spread through air. Some of the microorganisms. Take an example, COVID also airborne diseases. Okay, and TB is also one of the airborne diseases. Okay, when you are sneezing, what happened? The microorganisms also split out. Okay, as a result, it will be affect the other person also. Like many viral diseases, droplet transmission. This is called as droplets transmission. So the sputum is nothing but what is that? Yeah, a liquid part during the time of cold. It's a semi-solid nature. Plegum. Okay, like that. These are all what is that? An indirect transmission through the secondary caused vector carrier. See that? Vector and carrier. There is a direct contact means you know, but when you are touching the tumbler or whatever it may be, already we discussed cloth or something else, it will be directly. Indirect means what happened, you know, there is a mediator between you and your affected persons, like that. Okay, from this one we will finish it this slide only today. See the incubation period, each and every, what is that? Animals, there is a particular incubation period is that a time of interval between the entry of pathogen and the appearance of the symptom, that in between that time is called as what is the incubation period. When the foreign particle enter 6 o'clock, okay, 10 o'clock I will got fever means what is that? The incubation period means 4 hours. So like that you have to imagine. So symptom is called as incubation period. Prophylaxis are preventive measures. Preventive measures for a disease is called as prophylaxis. Suppose if you are suffering from any one of the cold or whatever it may be, you are taking some paracetamol or some other things, you are taking antibiotics. Okay, that is called as prophylaxis. Okay, given by the doctor. You are all also a future doctor, isn't it? That's why you should note it down. These things, preventive measures. Father of medicine. Who is the father of medicine? Hippocrates is the father of medicine. He gave a scientific explanations of the disease first time. That's why they have given us a father of medicine. That is called as Hippocrates. And father of surgery, Susruda, surgery. He used non-poisonous leeches. Note it down. This is very, very important. Which one of the anticoagulant substance present in the leech? Your body is also containing anticoagulant substance. Which one? Will you please, Ajay and Dhanalakshmi, Ritika, and so on so. Please. Anticoagulant substance present in your body. Which one is that? Maximum they were used for the open heart surgery.
Sir, clot busters, sir.
Ah, yeah.
Streptokinase.
No. Anticoagulant, I'm asking. Anticoagulant. Prevent the clotting mechanism because your blood is now it's running, in our body. Suppose it comes out. Suppose we made some cut in our body. What happened? The blood oozes out. 2 or 3 minutes. What happened in it? Completely. What is that? Clotted, isn't it? Suppose if it is not clotted. Suppose inside what happened? The blood is running, isn't it? There is no any clotting mechanism is there. When it comes out, then only it will be clot. So inside what?
Factor 8, sir.
No, ba?
Factor 8.
13 factor is there. Okay, 13 factor is there. 13 anticoagulant factor is there. But what I am asking, what is very, very important one?
Sir, don't know, sir.
Okay, anyhow, what about heparin? Heparin is a very, very important one. Okay, the anticoagulant substance present in the human body is called as heparin. It is mostly used for the open heart surgery. Anticoagulant. Okay, anticoagulant substances. That means the blood when the person suffering from some other open heart surgery, something else, the anticoagulant substance, which one they were add, heparin is a one. And here what they are non-poisonous leeches. It has a one anticoagulant substance. Will you please tell me which one is the anticoagulant substance present in the leeches? Ancient ages they were used. Ancient ages means in just when the medicinal discovered. Do you know? Dhanalakshmi?
No, sir.
Okay. So, okay, anyhow, you note it down, just note it down. What about Hirudin? Hirudin is the one of the anticoagulant substance present in the, which one, non-poisonous leeches. Note it down. Hirudin A. Okay, sometimes they may ask the question. These are all, take an examples. Herbivorous. Okay, herbivorous means eating vegetables. Okay, carnivorous, omnivorous is there. What about the leech? It comes under the heading one of the auras. Will you please tell me which auras? Leeches and mosquito, bedbug. Sorry. These are all comes under the heading use. Which one will you please? Just to go tomorrow, I will ask you these questions. Okay, just refer the internet. Okay, go to the next one. Father of immunity, Edward Jenner, because he first discovered smallpox vaccine. So many times they were asked, who is the father of immunity? So who is the father of first discovered vaccinations? Edward Jenner. Father of blood grouping, already we discussed Carl Landsteiner, blood grouping, A, B, O, A, B, and like that. Okay, blood transfusion means what is that? William Harvey, blood transfusion. Germ theory of disease, Louis Pasteur. This is very, very important. This is also, so many times they were asked. Father of modern bacteriology, Robert Koch. Why it is called as modern bacteriology? Because he discovered anthrax, TB, and cholera. So that is the reason. Today, that's all, Pam. Okay. So remaining things we will see on the next class. Okay. Today, what we have discussed, the question paper discussion, and second one is what is my communicable disease? What are the non-communicable diseases? Okay, bacteria, virus, and so on. So how it will be spread, direct or indirect. That things are already we discussed. What is my incubation period and prophylaxis and further of medicine, further of surgery, further of immunity. This is very, very important. No need to avoid. Okay, this is very, very important. This part. Okay, don't forget. So remaining, I think is only 3 slides is that. We'll see the next class and also continue. Okay, Pa. Thank you. Thank you so much for your participation. Go through it. You will get it the ideas.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pa. Thank you, Ajay. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.